We build prisons with our own stories. Success is safety, stability is control, and choke on the lie while grasping for gilded trophies. But beneath the applause, a hollow ache screams, because the chains forged by our certainties tighten with every cling to familiar ground. What if freedom isn't torn down, but ignited from within? In a world where achievement masks inner strife, many chase fame, riches, and approval, believing they bring fulfillment. Racing toward the illusion of success, shadowy figures emerge, stretching the thorny barriers they've crafted. Beneath the surface lurks a clandestine barrier, internal tales and ingrained convictions that elevate outward facades above true self-mastery. Tormented by the stories they themselves spin, they linger, trapped. But a flash of dawn calls out, shatter the chains, claim the fire burning inside. These thought patterns, shaped too soon, ensnare countless souls in a cramped existence, stifling liberty and crushing potential. Unseen chains break, freedom ignites. Spotting these deep-rooted stories is the initial move toward freedom. Emerging from deep awareness, they begin to tear down the misleading narratives that once restrained their true selves. The answer rests in building awareness through challenging and reworking the narratives that create self-imposed limits, moving from seeking others' approval to embracing their genuine self. Beneath the glitter of trophies and the shine of awards, a hollow ache grows, screaming to wrestle with what really matters, not just the clap of crowds. Picture a warrior climbing to the peak of career mountains yet feeling empty inside, drowning in the lie that achievements are the sole measure of their value. Weighed down by false worth, their spirit wanes until self-reflection sparks a path to genuine freedom. Dawn's silence. A facade cracks. Ink-smeared pages lay strewn about as they rip through the stories confining them, finding fresh words to awaken their authentic selves and freedom within. As they rise to fresh opportunities, they grasp the power to transform their lives, overcoming the gloomy spirits that once loomed large. This inner awakening and the push to surpass past limitations revealed genuine personal freedom, extending well beyond simple achievement. Nevertheless, clutching at the delicate mirage of steadiness, the enclosing walls tighten, smothering the freedom they crave. Stability is seen by many as the best protection, linking success to sticking closely with well-known habits. Certainty's mask hides chaos's liberation. These myths propose that safety means control and certainty brings sovereignty. As conformity's grip stiffens, a riot of raw truths unfurls in the darkness beyond. This perilous delusion traps souls in cramped mental prisons, crushing their chance for true progress. The safety they crave clutches tighter, smothering genuine potential's glow. Releasing comfort and familiarity uncovers how they restrict growth. Letting go of comfort, a fresh story emerges with shadows swaying under moonbeams, unveiling the sparking excitement of uncharted chances. Sovereignty means embracing the unknown and tearing up old stories of safety and success. An artist transforms a familiar canvas into a vivid new scene. Facing their fears, uncertainty turns into a swirling ocean, forging resilience within and sparking hopes for freedom. Unleash the unknown, spark real liberty, forge an unbreakable, uplifting story anew. Facing the unknown, they shape risk into a path forward for pioneers rising beyond doubt. Numerous triumphant pioneers, whether business builders or creators, prosper by confronting their own beliefs about risk and venturing into the unfamiliar. Letting go of the illusion of security, they discover the courage to reshape their path and embrace the tempest. Stability does not equal safety. Control is adaptability and courage. Each fresh insight unravels certainty's threads, weaving a lively mosaic of strength and genuine choice. By revising these tales, they rise up, reclaim strength, shatter dull comfort, meet the uncharted head-on, forge fear into the fire of mastery. Emerging from the chrysalis they crafted themselves, they step onto a tightrope woven with uncertainty, where genuine expertise beckons. High achievers often follow a well-worn path of security, pursuing top-tier qualifications, securing stable employment, and nurturing dynamic side ventures. Yet nothing can halt the persistent urge that calls out from within, similar to a confined bird, craving the open liberty of being real. Safety's facade smothers potential, sparking an unyielding craving for genuine liberty. As cravings for authenticity surge, they grapple with the sham link between safety and the phantom of success. The drive to forge our own destiny often lurks beneath the illusion that stability guarantees happiness. The real enemy? That mindset craving safety bound to triumph. As the impact of this truth becomes clear, a vital shift starts to stir, prompting them to redefine the essence of their existence. Moving from mere stability maintenance to fostering independent control is essential for achieving genuine self-fulfillment. Awareness dawns, but tendrils choke autonomy. The obstacle at hand is not just external, but internal. The unseen mental chains, intense fears of venturing into the unknown, oppressive norms whispered by society, and ingrained routines keep change imprisoned. True freedom comes from reshaping what risk means inside those unseen boundaries, to liberate oneself. We need to transform our perspective on risk, seeing it as an opportunity for growth, fostering resilience against external forces, and embracing uncertainty as the path to genuine freedom. Amidst a whirlwind of choices, they find the courage to embrace the unknown, forging paths through the turmoil. Think of people ditching conventional jobs to start their own businesses, choosing uncertainty to find purpose. Seeking their sense of meaning, they uncover the core of success as architects of fate, illuminating the liberty that molds their destiny. Their paths show real success goes beyond just stability, from the raw might to forge an unyielding path and seize true freedom. As they shape success anew, a frost-bitten truth rises, security, the iron anchor yanking them into the past's grip. In a world where stability masquerades as guaranteed safety, souls are trapped, freedom stifled. When the facade of security crumbles, a hidden phoenix stirs, prompting them to discover the inner power they hold. Unveil the facade to expose the core. Real power ignites from within, soaring past simple steadiness. As awareness dawns softly, a quiet rebellion stirs, transforming inner murmurs into a resounding symphony of power. A silent revolution ignites, not from without, but from a seismic inner metamorphosis. But here, in this silence bursting with turmoil, a glimmer of defiance ignites, stirring the depths of the darkness lingering in their hearts. Frequently, clinging to society's success, they become paralyzed by fear, crushing inner trust. Battling against the standards forced upon them, vulnerability's alluring whisper beckons, unveiling secret facets of unconquered triumph. Their confusion keeps them stuck in reliance, overshadowing the power in vulnerability and the real essence of triumph. As dependency clamps down harder, a spark of awareness glimmers. A voyage beckons, letting raw openness set fire to the road of genuine liberation. Prioritize self-trust over others' approval. Ride the waves of uncertainty to spark your evolution. Redefine triumph as your personal voyage to strength. Perspective gone, reality unravels. Authenticity blossoms. A meadow bathed in sunlight beckons them into freedom's embrace, where wildflowers sway in the wind's lively rhythm. As this mindset sets in, the illusion of control fades, revealing genuine freedom grounded in self-awareness. Self-awareness shines light on concealed scars. Authenticity's firm anchor calms the heart amid doubt's storm. To start this change, challenge the stories shaping stability, then consciously opt to follow your inner guidance. They question the core stories of stability. A door creaks, golden worlds beg to be taken. In this way, they tap into deep potential, crafting a rich fabric of intentional self-governance where control burns steady and resilience grows like wildflowers from within. Still, freshly empowered yet haunted, ghosts of yesterday clutch tight, trapping them in a life of chains forged by conditions. Many once saw themselves as merely benefiting quietly from society's steadiness, trapped in a loop of chasing approval from others and depending on external systems to measure their value. They nevertheless grasp for outside validation. A quiet revelation calls, like a slumbering seed splitting the earth, to reclaim the inner fire that smolders within. Reliance smothers sovereignty. As dependency fades, self-belief whispers, welcoming true freedom. Shift your gaze. Freedom erupts like inner flame. Wildfire bursts. Transmutation begins. The internal shift sparks. A fierce new world bursts forth, draped in the bold colors of unshakable conviction. The post-change self crafts freedom via self-trust, embracing success redefined by genuine fulfillment, not societal praise. In the crucible of renewal, they're poised to shape their story with intentional choice as their tool. Closing this gap needs a fundamental change, building inner confidence via mindful habits, contesting external stories, and reshaping success past superficial approval. A North Star rises, lighting the way to empowerment. As an example, once chasing others' temporary praise, now they move to their own heart's beat, spinning a life from the bright fibers of their deepest beliefs. A mighty surge erupts as they heed the whispers within, reshaping their destined path and future. This process alters more than just the mindset. It's also about perceiving one's part in crafting fate, moving from silent dependence to commanding their own course. As their perspective shifts, a bright meadow of wildflowers blossoms ahead, sparking their inner potential to life. A mindset shift ignites the power within, to live with purpose, boldness, and unshakable authenticity. Earth crumbling like dry leaves. In a world once shaded with assuredness, multitudes now face a harsh truth. The one constant that dances unyielding through time is change itself. The earth quakes like an agitated ocean. The push to adapt rings strong, guiding them to master anew. The aim is straightforward. Spark a mindset and agile strategies to achieve genuine sovereignty. Unleashing courage within to march fearlessly through uncertainty, fueled by rock-solid confidence and resolve. Yet nevertheless, unyieldingly, predictability's safety drags courage down. Awareness slams open a terrifying void, a dark, unseen terror of the unknown. A crushing hold of certainty closes in like a noose, frequently immobilizing those who crave freedom. As certainty's hold strengthens, reshaping their inner compass becomes a pressing call to transform fear into mastery. This challenge focuses on redirecting our inner guidance to build resilience, not rejecting steadiness. Flexibility and smart planning turn uncertainty into a terrain to master, not a danger to run from. As the compass spins, the path reveals itself like a secret map, urging us to forge fresh paths of expertise, sharpen minds, expand skills, risk everything. As they move through the chaotic and constantly changing terrain, a monumental shift calls. They must seize the whirling turmoil, forge it into fuel, and rise renewed. By nurturing this fresh mental terrain, people can transform chaos into glowing chance while harmonizing their lives with their authentic purpose and deep freedom. Amid complex shifts, the bold rise above, transcending the ordinary to seize their futures with unwavering resolve. History whispers that those commanding change not merely endure, they thrive, carving their journey through shifting currents. They charge into change's roaring gale, a fierce evolution sparks, hurling them toward unchallenged dominance through the chaos. Stability shattered, sovereignty born. A deliberate change backed by confidence keeps them stable and composed during uncertainty. The chains weren't forged by fate, but by whispers of safety, of certainty, of a life lived small to avoid the unknown. But in the quiet reckoning, a truth takes root. Freedom lives not in the absence of storm, but in the courage to dance unshackled within it. The earth quakes, yet the light within remains unquenchable. Choose.